Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a nice treat. This is Starr Hill's Double Platinum, and it is an Imperial Double IPA coming in at 8.5%. And Rate Beer has the IBUs at this at 180. I ain't never seen anything with the IBUs that high. I don't know if that's a misprint. Beer Advocate doesn't have the IBUs rated here. So 180 IBUs, I don't think the human palate can even detect that much bitterness. So I mean, I haven't seen anything above about 120. So 180 IBUs, this is about to be as bitter as it can go. So I don't know, guys. We're going to find out here in just a minute. These guys are out of Crozet, Virginia, or Charlottesville area, or somewhere in there. I have been to the brewery. Nice little setup they've got there. And I've actually met the head brewer, Mark Thompson, and nice guy, nice people up there. If you're ever in that vicinity, stop by there and sample some of their beers. They do some good stuff. I mean, some of their stuff is right transitional, lower ABV and not a big bold taste. But I mean, they do make some bigger beers and some worthy of picking up. So let's see where this one goes. Commercial description on this one says, double the hops, double the fun. Double Platinum is dry hop of Simcoe, one of my favorites, to achieve a very pungent citrus aroma and a well-balanced malt backbone. The beer weighs in at approximately 8.5%, like I said, and that's all it says here on the commercial description. The food pairings for this beer is going to be your typical IPAs and double IPA food pairings. Cuisine, it says, is barbecue. Cheese is peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp, blue, cheddar. Your more pungent cheeses as usual. And the meat for this is game, grilled meat, and salmon. As far as the cuisine goes, I like these IPAs and double IPAs with just about all my meals. Being a hophead myself, I enjoy these with the meal. So it all depends on what you like to drink. If you'd like to drink something lighter, drink something lighter. If you'd like to drink a stout or something heavier than this, by golly, do it. That's what I say. Life's too short. Have fun. Drink what you want. That's all we need to talk about, I think. So let's pop the cap on this puppy and get it in the glass. I will tell you, all the beer openers have come and gone. I've already ordered the next batch, and they've already shipped them. So I'm expecting them any day now, hopefully by the end of the week. So anybody wanting a Christmas present, bottle openers, I still think we got time to get them packaged and get them to you. I usually send these things out, flat rate box from the USPS, and it's priority, and they usually get there in about 2 days. So as soon as I get them, I'll do a video, guys, and let you know that I got my little hands on them. And if you want them, go ahead and let me know. And if you want to place your order, you can. PayPal's the best way to do it, guys. That way the money goes into the account immediately. I ain't got to wait for a check in the mail, and I ain't got to wait for the check to clear and all that kind of stuff. So PayPal's the fastest way to get it. That way I get to PayPal today, it goes out tomorrow. That's how that works, guys. So over into the light. It is a nice orangey. It's a deep amber orange color, and I can see the bulb right through it. It's a fairly clear beer, about a finger of head on that aggressive pour. Let's get a nose on this one. Oh yeah, very nice, citrusy, real pungent hop present. A little bit of pine and grapefruit, definitely got some grapefruit in there. Wow, very citrusy. I love Simcoe hops. I use it quite regularly when I'm brewing beer for the other half. I brew beer for her. I usually drink the go-to beers that I buy and the beers that I review, and I brew the beer for her. That's how it works around here. That smells delicious. First beer of the day. I'm thirsty. Let's get it on. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, that is very nice. I mean, it's not over the top. I mean, it's not a enjoyed by Stone. It's not quite to that level, but it does have a very nice citrusy, piney, grapefruity taste. Very pleasant. In my opinion, they do like a Northern Lights IPA. This is much more pungent than that. Oh, very nice. I'm not getting any of that 8.5% alcohol. And as far as the IBUs at 180, I'm not getting that massive bitterness. I am not. It is very well balanced. It's got a nice sweetness up front and just the right amount of hot bitterness on the back end to balance the beer, guys. Definitely got a nice maltiness to it, but not overly malt. Wow, very nice, guys. Very, very nice. I could sit here and drink a whole thing right in front of me. Very nice lacing it's leaving on the glass. Very nice beer. Mark, you got a winner with this one. Very tasty. Well, let me let the other half take a sip or two before I sit here and drink it all in front of you, and we'll come back and do the final chug. Pretty impressed with this one. This is definitely a step above the Northern Lights, which I told you about. That's, to me, is more of a transitional beer for somebody who wants to go from a pale ale into an IPA. It's a little more sessionable than this is going to be. Of course, this is a double at 8.5%, so this will get you there a little quicker. I'll be right back. I'm going to let her taste it. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. This is very nice. This does have a packaged on date stamped on the bottle here, and it's at the end of its shelf life. This was packaged on 08-14-14, and we're in December. Not quite the 14th, but it's almost 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's almost 4 months old, so it's at the end of the shelf life, and it still has an awesome punginess. Just imagine how tasty this beer would have been if you'd have got it at the end of August or September. So, very tasty beer. It really is, especially to have this much flavor, much hop presence, and citrusiness here in December when it was put in the bottle back in 08. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I got a little comment to add to it once I do the final chug and grade on this about dating bottles. Final chug. Very nice. It has not turned into a malt bomb. A lot of them will. After about 5 or 6 months or longer, that hops will fade away and it'll be just basically a malt bomb. You'll get that heavy maltiness and the bitterness, but not any of the sweetness or the hoppiness in the beer. So I enjoyed this one, guys. It's pretty tasty. Definitely a nice one to pick up if you can get a fresh bottle. The dating, I harp on this every video, if not every other video anyway, guys. You know I'm a big, if it ain't got a date on it, don't buy it. It is that important on this style of beer to know how old the beer is, because if you go in and buy a beer that's an IPA or a double IPA and it's been in a bottle 8, 9, 10 months or a year, you're not going to be happy with what you get out of that bottle. I can tell you that. I'm not. And more like if you're a hophead and enjoy a nice fresh IPA, you're not either. So that's why the dating is so important to know that. Because all the stores here, even the grocery stores, some of them, will sell these as singles, and you can buy one at a time. Or a mixed 6-pack, pull one, and make up your own 6-pack. And all the craft beer stores sell singles. Every one of them. So if they're dating the carton or the case, you don't have a damn clue. I mean, There's no way of knowing. I mean, unless it's a one-time release and you go to their website and it tells you when it was produced, that's the only way you're going to find out. So that's why we got to have it on every can and every bottle on an IPA or a double IPA. To me, guys, it's an A beer. I'm gonna give it to A minus. I think it's an A beer. It's very tasty, and it probably, if I'd got it fresher, it may even been a 9 in the scale. So we're gonna give it the 8, which is the A minus. We'll go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says it's 84 in the good range. I think that number is way low. This beer is definitely better than 84. If I was putting a numeric rating on it, it would probably be between 90 and 93, somewhere in that area. It's pretty damn tasty, even being in a bottle almost 4 months. Just imagine how tasty this would have been fresh. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 93 and 59 in the style. So I don't know what's up with the style numbers there. It definitely fits a double IPA style to me. The alcohol at 8.5% is well hidden. I'm getting real nice citrusy, piney, grapefruity taste in this at almost 4 months old. So very impressed with how tasty it is at that age already. So very nice beer. I disagree with the 59 in the style. Like I said, a lot of these reviewers, unless it blows their damn hair off and or their freaking socks off, they're not impressed with it. So that's another reason I don't do written reviews. Another reason I don't go by what these clowns say a lot of times. I'll either say I agree with it or I disagree with it. I agree with the overall. I disagree with the style number. 59, that blows. That does. I mean, like I said, these guys, unless it blowed their damn hair off, they wasn't impressed. And every beer can't be like that. And it shouldn't have to be like that. It shouldn't be something that it has to be better than anything you've ever had before it's a good beer. And that's why I tried to grade these beers according to what they are. Even the sours, which are not my style, I'm trying to get into that style. I can tell, not being a sour beer drinker, whether it's a good beer or not. I mean, you can tell that, even though it's not your type of beer that you drink, how well it's made and whether the alcohol is present or it's, you know, a lot of these beers, if they're not well made, they'll have off flavors and diacetyl and a lot of damn infections that could be in the beer. Nothing that's going to harm you, but from sanitation or a lot of other things that create off flavors in beers. So that's just what just a little information I want to pass on. Now that we've done this beer and we've done the grades, I got a little beef to pitch out. There are some stores that are concerned about the dating of beers and how old the beer is before they'll even accept it as a shipment. I'm going to call out Kroger's on this. They're trying to get into the craft beer scene here locally in the Roanoke Valley in Salem. And I was at the Kroger store over across town over the weekend. And that's where this beer came from, as a matter of fact. And it's 4 months old. A lot of these beers that the distributor has that they haven't got rid of in time, that the craft beer stores won't take now that they're 3 or 4 months old or older, they'll ship them to Kroger's. Because they know there's so many suckers that'll come in there and say, well, I haven't had that. And they'll just pick it up and put it in their cart and away they go. And then they get home and realize what the date is and it's out of date. They had a DuClaw beer there, the Serum. I think that's their double IPA. That was packaged in April. It wasn't there 2 weeks ago, but it was there when I was there Sunday. April. That beer is 8 months old. And when we talked to the girl that works there, they were really nonchalant about it, like, oh well. And I messaged DuClaw about it and got no response from those guys. I said, is this a beer you want me to review, guys, being 8 months old? And got no response. I was disappointed from the guys at DuClaw because they watched some of my reviews and hopefully and I posted this on their Facebook page. And you got no response from those guys. So I'm very tempted. I did actually buy one. And realized when I got home, because a lot of times you can't see the dating on it when it's got beer in it, that it was that old. And I still may review it. I may review it because I know it's going to be a malt bomb, being 8 months old. Just to review it and fuss about it. There's no sense in them sending these beers to these chain grocery stores just to get rid of them. And being a quality brewer that DuClaw usually is, I've actually had them send me beer before because I've got bad beer. But I got no response from them, and response from Kroger's is, so as far as I'm concerned, they suck. They suck out loud. So I may not be buying any more beers from Kroger's. Definitely, if you're shopping at Kroger's, check for a date on the bottles and make sure it's not an old beer. If it doesn't have a date, leave the damn thing on the shelf. There's no sense in buying a beer. It's not good for the brewer for you to buy a beer that's 8 months old and not like it. You're not going to buy it again. And you might not buy any of their beers again. And it's not good for them because they're going to lose that sales. So it's in the best interest of the brewers and the best interest of the consumer or the beer drinker to have that date on the bottle. If you buy a fresh beer and you like it, you'll buy it again. And you may buy others from that same brewery as long as it's dated and fresh. So it was my ass is kind of chapped over that I got the shrug shoulders from the people working at Kroger's over the beer and got no response from DuClaw over the beer. So don't want this to be a 20-minute video, but dating is very important on certain styles of beers, the IPAs and the double IPAs being one of them. So you need to check for those dates, and if it's out of date, leave it. If it has no date, leave it. And and they'll get the hint, and they will. When they don't sell any of them, or the suckers that do buy them don't come back and buy them again, they'll figure it out that that's kind of important. They need to do that. So that's the end of my rant. Date the frickin' beers or stick them up your arse. That's the way I feel about it, especially on an IPA or a double IPA. So a little chapped over that. So like I said, I may review the damn beer. I've got it in the fridge in there. I may review it just anyway, just to burn their freaking ass up. There's no sense in it. It's uncalled for. It's unacceptable. So this is 2014. This ain't 1969. Put a date on your freaking bottle, especially the guys that's not dating. And the guys that are dating like DuClaw, you ought to be concerned that you got a beer on somebody's shelf that's that old. And if you're not, get out of the damn beer business. That's what I say. So that's all I got to say. So that's the end of my rant. Put a date on your beers, guys. Maybe we'll find a good date on the beer in the fridge tomorrow. Hope you join me then. I promise I won't be quite so upset. See you then.